Hi, my name is Anna Glenn, and my topic today is on bullying in the education system and how we can improve school systems and programs in decreasing bullying until hopefully it is very, very, very like almost non-existent. Um, which I think it'll take a lot of work for it to do that, but we will hopefully get there in the near future. I believe this is relevant because bullying not only affects victims, the bully themselves, but the people around them. And I think it also involves the people around them, witnesses, including with the whole bullying, scandal, you could say. So, school based bullying programs have decreased bullying by 20%, which I think is absolutely amazing in the last 10 years. And I do think, though, that the administration has had kind of a hand in the bullying, not itself, but not really quite resolving the bullying. I've taken surveys, I have given surveys, such as the peer review, basically, that we did a few weeks ago. It showed me how much that the administration in school systems don't really help a whole lot. In some, I know most, like I said before, have programs and systems implemented into their schools to prevent bullying, and I know that everywhere there is a no bullying policy. Yet I don't think that is upheld very much in some cases. Like I said before, the peer review that we had earlier, the audience adaptation review, I noticed that asking the question, did the faculty do anything to help with the bullying, a lot of the answers came out as no, which I find very interesting because all the time you hear in advertisements, school assemblies, everything like that, you can come to an adult. If you are being bullied in any way, go to an adult, tell them what's going on, they will help you. And I find that very interesting that not a whole lot of people have found going to the faculty and to an adult of authority helpful. And in doing so, I think that people either aren't very aware or are just ignore it and, brush it off, or make up excuses. I find excuses to be a very big thing going on when it comes to bullying. And when people walk up to faculty being like, hey, this person is bullying me in this way, they're, threatening me, they're bullying me physically, or they spread this sort of rumor around about me, or are making fun of me in some sort of way. People will either say, oh, their boys are being boys, they're teasing you because they like you, it builds character, and you're fine, a lot of excuses I found is you're just making a big deal out of it. You aren't, you're just paranoid, it's not really that bad. And it's those types of phrases that really put down someone, because that means they don't care, you're just wasting time, you as a person don't really matter, and your problems don't matter. And that is not, I think, what the faculty and adults who are, ringleaders or people who the younger generations look up to be. That is not a good influence. And in order to solve this problem, I think that, one, you just have to be more aware. And I think as witnesses to bullying, or if you come across someone who is being bullied, try and step in as much as possible, de-escalate the problem, and then go to someone of authority. Or if there are more than one, have somebody go to authority while the rest of you try and, disperse the situation, like I said. But I think another system that we should implement into school systems is have a certain program or group, not necessarily a club, but a group or system program that is specific to bullying. You have your, student counselors and everything, but I do believe that having a system directed to bullying instances will be a great benefit, because It will be mandatory that anybody who witnessed bullying, who was involved in the bullying, or was told about the bullying, it's like a mandatory. I would I would have a mandatory protocol set to report any sort of bullying, any details into a report that goes straight to this program, where in which the leaders, adults, teenagers, upperclassmen in high school, they are in charge of bringing in the person who is being bullied and asking questions. Sometimes, being as a victim of bullying, they don't really want to answer questions, and that is okay. Just get general idea, get the story. Don't be biased. That is a big thing, because a lot of people are biased and have an idea of that person or that event that happened in their heads, and whatever the person involved says, they think maybe, oh, like, they're exaggerating, or that's not what happened. But you get the facts of what they told you, write that down, and then bring in the bully, the witnesses, and just take down all the facts, what they said, not what you think is true. And then that's when you collaborate and figure out what actually went on, who's lying, who should be punished, and everything like that. And that way, and everything is anonymous. That way people aren't, people don't know what you said and can be further bullied for it, and there won't be consequences to the outside. So I think this system should be implemented and would be a good system to have, so people feel comfortable coming to faculty administration and telling them what has occurred and asking for help, because I know there are a bunch of programs out there built to help and have people aware of bullying, but it's just sometimes it just doesn't help or is upheld and followed through. And I think that is a very big problem, when people don't follow through with what they are said, the consequences are of what a certain problem that somebody did, or just anything like that. So I do think the system, if it is implemented, would be a great idea, because then people would be able to trust that people will listen to them and know that they're here to help, and that it will be anonymous, and that it won't escalate the bullying. Thank you for listening, and I hope everybody here will be able to be more aware of surroundings and have the bravery and courage to stand up for people who are victims of bullying and who you see being bullied, or you hear being bullied, either emotionally, physically, and verbally. Thank you.